I have thousands of dollars of AI tech that I'm spending on per month. I stay on top of all of the AI tools and I own all of the AI tools. Most of my stuff has touched multiple tools because to get exceptional work, you need that.
Let's say that there's an agency owner that has, let's say, 10 team members right now. They're not really using AI agents. They don't have too much, let's say automation in place. What would be the first step that you would recommend so that they can be more productive?
Every one of these AI agents that we start to build, it's 5-year-old new employee with a Harvard education. It is only as good as we are as business owners. And then if you're going to give it a task, you need a strong SOP and you need examples of what does good look like. If you are creating business content, you need to show the humanity and who you are and the behind the scenes and not just be out there selling constantly, right? When people are interested enough in you, they're going to go deeper.
How do you get everyone on board when it comes to using these tools to their benefit, right?
You need humans in the loop that are double checking all of this.
Totally.
I am not into doing end-to-end AI slop. If you bring fun and excitement to it, one of my friends, given that, she just created her whole cast of AI and she used Friends TV show. Make it all fun things you want to look at.
When it comes to AI, I think leadership plays a big part.
We need a lot of mindset right now. There's massive change that's happening and you need to be curious. And my whole thing with AI is to not lose your humans. Try to bring them along with us. Try to up-level them. If they are going to truly fight back and refuse to use AI, then you might have to move on from them.
Functions are more important than titles now, I believe, right? If someone can do more output, or you can create a couple AI agents to help you as well, right? I mean, imagine an EA that has their own AI agent. And I think in the end of the day, I think we're overcomplicating it. And the more you use the tool, you can actually get what you're looking for.
In a day, I get anywhere from 10 to 20 messages if somebody's stuck somewhere. You know where I get the answers from? I ask the AI. 5 years from now, we will be working on the business stuff about 3 days a week. And the rest of the time, we will have time to pursue passions. I'm a tournament bridge player, but it is a billionaire's mind sport. I have played against Bill Gates. I have played against Jimmy Kane, who is the CEO of Bear Stearns.
Welcome to the Go Accomplish More podcast. And today we have Tracey Bauer. She is a SaaS founder, AI media strategist, luxury marketing specialist, and entrepreneur who loves helping businesses with technology, automation, and business growth. Welcome, Tracey, to the show.
Thanks, John. Thanks for having me. I'm super excited to spend this next hour talking with you.
So before we talk business, what's something, in your life right now that you're actually excited about?
So I'm very weird.
We actually met, right, in social media marketing world. I think that's where we met, correct?
It is. Yeah. So half my business is social media, but I had a really strange road to get here to owning a digital marketing agency. I'm from New York and I studied chemical engineering in college and wasn't sure that that's really what I wanted to do. Came out on a vacation 30 years ago with $600 in my pocket and fell into working for an optometrist. Completely freaked out my family. Left college,
Wow.
Was at a prestigious engineering school back east. Moved to the Bay Area and worked 3 jobs, fell into working for an optometrist, and I eventually ended up getting on the wholesale end of that market, worked for a company called EssilorLuxottica for like 21 years of my career, worked on some of the biggest brands in the world. I worked on the Ray-Ban brand.
Nice.
When it did its So Luxottica, it wasn't EssilorLuxottica back there in the 90s. It was Luxottica. They bought Ray-Ban from Bausch & Lomb. We had to kill off that brand and then bring it back to life because the product was actually so poor. It had such great heritage to it. So I learned so many lessons during that time frame. The last 13 years of my career in the optical industry, I worked on the Chanel eyewear brand. And then what was so wonderful about working on that brand is I worked officially for EssilorLuxottica, but we had a very small global team. There was about 60 of us globally that worked on that brand. And we worked in conjunction with Chanel, with the House of Chanel. And Chanel is unlike most of the other very luxury brands. They are singularly owned. They are not a part of the big conglomerates. And they have been here more than 100 years, and they want to be here another 100 years. And they protect their brand. And I learned so much about storytelling and delighting the five senses. So a couple of years ago, I decided that I wanted to leave corporate America. And part of it is I have this really weird thing that I do. I'm a tournament bridge player.
Nice.
Which people are going to be like, my grandparents did that. Because back in the 60s, pretty much half of America did. It used to be televised on television.
Yeah.
And yeah, so I had an opportunity to go and compete at the U.S. championships for the U.S. Bridge Federation.
And you played bridge in high school as well? It was something.
No. I did play in college. I played spades in college. But no, I didn't actually pick up bridge. A lot of the world's best players do pick it up in high school or as children. I picked it up in my early 30s.
Wow.
So I've been playing now for 20 years. But a couple of years ago, I got asked to go to the U.S. championships. So to understand, in North America, there's about 2 million people that do play social bridge. There's about 130,000 people that play tournament bridge. So this is like whole weird underground society kind of thing. But it is a billionaire's mind sport. I have played against Bill Gates. I have played against Jimmy Kane, who is the CEO of Bear Stearns, which, that was a casualty of 2008. But a lot of financial people play bridge. It's a game that is just gives you a lot of strategy in life. You have to do a lot of really quick risk and reward when you're playing the game. It's one of the most fascinating games. And this is coming from somebody that I was a games player. As I mentioned, I went to engineering school. And a funny thing is my AI geeked out about this about a month ago. So when I was in engineering school, this is pre-internet days. I'm a dinosaur. We used to telnet in on 2400 baud, but there was Alex Mudd, and this was the old like texting, like your Dungeons and Dragons type thing texting. My boyfriend in college was at Syracuse University, and I was over in Massachusetts at a college called Worcester Polytechnic Institute. And we used to communicate through this silly game by typing into computers and waiting. Like you'd type in and you'd wait like 10, 15 minutes. Can you imagine kids today waiting that long? But
no patience.
That game is still running. It is the longest running internet game in the world. And my AI geeked out about it because not only did I play on it, but I ended up being a god in the world, and I created other worlds in there that the players played in. My names are still all in the files. So my AI found all of this. It totally geeked out. It was so funny. Our little AI agents are hilarious. Like they
Totally.
What are the names of your team, your AI team?
Well, actually, my AI, we have two, and one of them, we call him Joey, just regular Joey, and the other one doesn't have a name. So I think I'm the worst when it comes to naming AI. We use a lot of more of the automation stuff that we're using right now within our agency. Like we have Claude Cowork, which right now we're getting installed with Claude Teams. Yeah. And we're going to be automating most of the stuff in each department, because we have close to 19, 20 people, like internally. And we service close to 110 team members right now with GoStaffy. So But definitely the name stuff, I think we have to come up with better names once we have more AI agents, right?
So many of my friends, after watching what I did and I've built over, me building out this AI team has been over the last 4 months, really. But I have built what I call the AI atelier. And because I worked in the luxury industry and on all of these luxury brands, Coco for Coco Chanel is my main AI assistant, which is a Gen Claw, which is built on OpenClaw, 24/7 AI assistant. I can communicate with her on Slack, on the go. She has her own little cloud computer with whatever access I've given her. So she doesn't have access to my computers.
Through OpenClaw?
It's through GenSpark is a company that is very similar to a Manus. So I think everyone should either have a GenSpark or a Manus. And it is the tool that I would probably recommend for most people because it uses Claude, it uses OpenAI and ChatGPT, it uses Kimi, which is an open source, it uses all of Google Suite. And then it has access to every video maker and it makes the best presentations and everything end to end. And it's already been pre-programmed by a lot of things. But when I activated, so GenSpark is one tool. You have to go and buy a Gen Claw, which is different. Then you buy their cloud computer. And because I have an AI media and digital marketing agency, I have a large computer because we do so much video work. So I wanted that computing capacity and she runs faster. So I bought the bigger unit, if that makes sense.
Yep.
So a lot of people buy their Mac minis for their house. Instead, I have a cloud computer.
That's great. And, the difference is for example, on the flight back home from, social media marketing world.
Yeah. It's always on.
It's always on. I was literally just, playing around with Manus, right? I had the Wi-Fi on the plane and I was giving it strategy and it was creating slides for me, giving it strategy. And it's crazy how we can interact with an AI bot.
This morning, it gave me a brief on you.
Oh, okay. What did it say?
Well, no, it was impressed that you're running two different companies and it was. So it kind of gave me a download of everything it could find digitally on you. Right.
That's great. So let's get into more on the strategy, right? There's a lot of people listening to the show and they don't know what direction to take with AI. What would you recommend that business owner that wants to start using AI, within their team?
Yeah. So people are hiring me now to do this type of thing. So, my company, generally when people ask me what I do, I stay in, and I call it the 5 gears of visibility and AEO. I'm an answer engine optimization person. So we rebuild people's websites for 2027 because pretty much every website needs to be rebuilt. We do social media. So when that big switch, when Google went to AI overviews and everybody was like, oh my God, all the traffic died. My clients actually doubled their traffic. I have it in statistics. And it's one of the reasons is because I push my clients to be across every single social platform. John and I, we both use high-level software for our businesses and install that software in the businesses that we work with. So it is so easy inside that social planner to make a creative and just push it across everything. And, I don't make people crazy. We will usually optimize for one single channel, but still push those creatives across. But we do the Google Business Profile optimization and the social channels, reviews. So that's really what my digital marketing agency does. But I've been doing AI media stuff since 2022. So I also get hired, and other agencies will come to me for those kinds of projects. And I've gotten to do a couple of really exciting projects this year. But what I am now moving more into, so I have Coco, who's that Gen Claude 24/7 on all the time AI assistant. But inside Claude, I have now 20 AI team members, and I have only 5 humans on my team.
Love
And
it.
I've named, they're called the AI Atelier, and they are all luxury house names. So Ramoa is my travel agent. So I have a new client. So, and they all have different names. So Carl, Yves Saint Laurent, Dior, different things. And they've all been trained. So like my AI team fully is trained on high level. So they can go in there and build end-to-end funnels now. They can go into the social planner and actually post everything out. And it took a while to figure out what it could do through the back end API and what it needed to use Claude for. So it's taken me months to train them, but you take all of your SOPs and you eventually start to train these different agents and you give them their skill sets.
The skill sets from the SOPs. Yep.
And then you create an HR manager. And a mutual friend of ours, Molly Mahoney, she gave me the initial skill set for that HR manager. And that HR manager helps create all of the different team members in my squad.
Tracey, and do you have like schedules for like their scheduled task already, or do you actually just give it a task every single morning and then the AI agents just go and do their stuff?
It's a combo. So I am still training some of them. So until I have it trained where it's end to end doing things exactly like I need them to. So during my typical work day, I have about 30 scheduled tasks that are happening. And I've been working on full workflows that might have 3 or 4 of the different agents interacting together. So, and it's moving through processes. So, somebody is trained on writing the scripts and the positioning for a client. So every single one of my clients has its own project. Then they take that copywriting and script and hand it to the next person that then is going to make the AI video we might be making. I'm going to give you one example of something we might be doing. And then they make the AI video and they go in on the computer and log into the AI video and completely make it end to end. Right now, there is one human step that they have to tell me that they're done with that, and I have to move that file. I cannot get the computer right now to be able to move that file yet. So I'm on a sticking point there, but I move that file, and then a different agent takes over that's completely been trained on high level, and it posts it across everything. And then I have another YouTube agent that goes in and is optimizing the YouTube channels of all of my clients and putting it into playlists and fixes everything. I have another agent that is trained in Higgsfield and is making the YouTube. Yeah, like there's a whole chain of things that are happening. So in a day to day, I have a bunch of scheduled tasks, and I've been making a lot of dashboards. I'm dashboard crazy.
Oh, through artifacts. Like I know we use the artifacts feature within Claude, which is pretty cool, right?
Yeah, so it's giving me, and it'll go and get all of the data for clients and update all of the dashboards so I can go in and check on what's happening with all of the clients. And then if I see anything that I don't like what's happening, then I go spend some time in there and work on the strategy a little bit. And then I usually have about 6 or 8 agents that I'm toying with new projects or a new concept. So I'll have them be working on something new that I haven't gotten an agentic flow going end to end yet. So I'll usually have a few projects I'm working on. And that's the thing, is we're really at our jobs where we're these puppeteers now, right? With all these little agents Yeah. And just like as a business owner, you have your 20 internal team members that you have. So you're the guy on the top and you're the puppeteer of what's happening below. And you might
Yeah.
have managers that are managing people below, but it's the same thing with our AI agents. And, and then we have our human capital. And I keep trying to up level my humans on my team. And I've been lucky that 3 of the people on my team I've had for 14 months now. And my business is only 2 years old.
Let's say that there's an agency owner that has, let's say, 10 team members right now. They're not really using AI agents. They don't have too much, let's say, automation in place. What would be the first step that you would recommend so that they can be more productive?
Yeah. So it really depends where you are. Like you have 20 internal team members, myself, and I'm sure you work with a lot of small agency owners that probably work with a lot of contractors. So myself, I have a lot of contractors, right? So I might have some of the AI tools that I own that they have access to. I have not moved to a Claude team plan yet. Currently, I have my Claude agents have access into my Slack, and they do drop stuff into the Slack channels for my humans all the time. We have full agentic workflows. So I do a lot of video like we're doing now. One of the things that I do is I work with entrepreneurs and tell their origin stories. And I create the welcome video for their YouTube, the VSL for their website, and we usually do the 5 reels that they need. So this is a good strategy for anybody that's watching this. The 5 reels that every business needs, right? So that know, like, and trust factor. Why are you qualified to be doing the thing that you're doing? So, which I've already told you. I was doing engineering, and then I have all of this luxury knowledge background. And now I've transitioned into a digital marketer in the last few years. And then I feel like I'm kind of at the forefront of AI. I stay on top of all of the AI tools, and I own all of the AI tools. Like people try to ask me some of the stuff that I create and what one tool did you use? And I'm like, most of my stuff has touched multiple tools, because to get exceptional work, you need that. Right? It's
Totally.
not end to end in one tool if you're really trying to do something that is unlike what other people are doing. But so for me, I have my 20 AI agents. They're interacting with my team inside our Slack channel. Now, going back to what I think a lot of digital marketing agency owners should be looking at and transitioning to is we've been on the forefront of AI now for the last 3 years, right? There's so many business owners that need to implement AI better. So like I was just hired by a luxury hotel and actually met their head of marketing at Social Media Marketing World.
Oh, nice.
And she's a one-woman show. She is completely overwhelmed. I'm going to come in and do a full assessment of her business. And and it's lovely because they've invited me down to go spend a couple of days at the resort so I can fully immerse myself. And I'm super excited, John, because their hotel room stays start at $1,500 a night.
That's great. That's great, Tracey. That's
amazing client. But yeah, so what I'm going to be doing is what is her everyday day-to-day that she's doing? What are the mundane tasks that you can now offload to AI? So we're going to map that whole out. Right now, I have her. So somebody is watching this, if you're a business owner, you need to map out what is everything you do, like, and ideally spend a month. And we were talking earlier, John, get Applaud, let it listen to you all day long.
Totally.
Every single task, and talk to it. I'm now doing this. I'm now doing that. I'm now doing this. I'm now doing that.
There's a friend of mine that has an agency, and he literally gave Plod to his whole team and his clients too. Yeah. So imagine how much data that he's getting, right? And it's valuable data for you to create blogs, articles.
every single task that she does, I'm going to figure that out and I'm going to put an architectural plan together. So our first phase of that is to do an assessment of the business. So I just need to assess what she does. And then I'm going to put an architecture together of what could be built. And then they're going to decide what they want help with. So she can then go take that and go build it herself. But you and I both know, John, it takes a long time for you to get really comfortable with all these tools. Totally. So she's really hiring me to probably architecture them. So I'm going to install probably the skills. What does she need? And then teach her how to use them. And the other thing is, and I tell my team this, every one of these AI agents that we start to build, it's a 5-year-old new employee with a Harvard education. It is only as good as we are as business owners. And so many people don't get this right, or they say that's AI slop or that's bad. You need to season everything up front, right? So your company details, everything about the company up front. And then if you're going to give it a task, you need a strong SOP. So you need that playbook and you need examples of what does good look like up front. Nowadays, these AI tools, and I was loving Fable. I'm so upset that it was taken away from us. I got a lot done, but I mean, Fable was amazing. You can give it, this is what I want to have accomplished. And I think even this, what I think is good could be better. What do you think? How do you think you want to accomplish it? And then let the AI go. And then when it makes something for you, you go in and tweak it. And when you make those tweaks and you better something, you have it update its skill files.
Most people, they think their prompting has to be perfect or the strategy, but you can tell the AI, you can actually tell the AI like, hey, I'm confused. Can you help me build my SOP? Ask me the questions you need to ask me. And I think that if you're using Claude, you can do it, with Claude as well, right? Or ChatGPT. And I think in the end of the day, I think we're overcomplicating it. And the more you use the tool, you can actually get what you're looking for, right? Would you agree?
Yes. I have multiple friends that get so freaked out. Just ask the AI. And they'll come to me like in a day, I get anywhere from 10 to 20 messages if somebody's stuck somewhere. You know where I get the answers from? I ask the AI, this person's stuck here. What do they need to do? And I try to explain to people, you just need to ask the AI. The AI will figure it out, especially if you're using a tool like a GenSpark or a Manus.
Totally.
Because they're like, GenSpark has a super agent and it will spin up 10 to 20 tools at once and use multiple AIs to attack a problem. If you are a handyman, right, or a contractor, they have a huge tool chest. They're not trying to use just a hammer all day long. How far are they going to get with just the hammer? And this is the other thing is people are like, well, I have my $20 ChatGPT. I want to build what you did. I'm sorry. I have thousands of dollars of AI tech that I'm spending on per month.
Yep.
Yeah. Totally. Coco, my Gen Claw, she's like $700 a month.
Yeah.
But her output and what she does for me, I have another full-time 24/7 assistant next to me. Completely worth that. How much would it cost us to have a 24/7?
Thousands of dollars.
Right. Yep. So when you look at it that way and, or somebody else, wanted a team as big as mine and they wanted to be on $100 Claude plan. The $20 plan, I was through that in a half an hour. The $100 plan, I spent a week of keep hitting these limits all the time, and I had to go to the $200 plan.
So I think that's another issue a lot of agency owners are having, right? They have a team of 10, 15, 20 people. And you might have a few people that are like, all right, let's go. Let's get this AI going. Let's install Claude. Let's start using it, right? And then you have maybe a creative director that says, my creativity is a lot better than the AI, or they're very hesitant, right? How do you get everyone on board when it comes to using these tools to their benefit, right?
Yeah, I mean, that creative director, there is a lot like, yeah, I don't want AI slop. Yes, I want to see, let's build you the tools. Let's take what you have in your brain and let me help you feed this AI and make a little mini version of yourself.
Exactly.
So now that you can move further, and maybe, and this is the other thing, is you need a lot of humans in the loop, right? There's usually that strategy. There's the human portion in the front, and it's usually 10 to 20% of it in the front. Then the AI can do another like 30, 40% here. A lot of times in a lot of my stuff, because I'm doing these creative things, I have another little checkpoint that you need a human here. And then it can be done with AI. And then the back end, there's more human. You need humans in the loop that are double checking all of this. Totally. I am not into doing end-to-end AI slop.
So good. So good. I mean, a lot of AI is causing people to have anxiety. But I think at the end of the day, I think if we can just focus on one or two that are going to get you to the next level, start with that one or two AI.
I would say if I was working with a business owner that was hiring me to help them with AI, what are the things that you hate to do each week?
Totally.
Let's start there. What are the things that you hate to do? Like, oh my God, I got to do that.
And the repetitive, like all the repetitive tasks that drain your energy every single day, right?
Yeah. And that's the thing, is that creative person and the people on your team is obviously you want to handhold them and get them excited. When first off, if the person, like, if you can't tell, I bring excitement to this, and I'm excited. So I get other people excited about it. If you bring fun and excitement to it, and, I mean, I've named a whole AI atelier, and so, ask them. One of my friends, given that, she just created her whole cast of AI, and she used Friends TV show. So she's got Chandler, and make it all fun things you want to look at. So John, I can't wait. You need to text me later today on what you're going to start naming your AI team.
100%. I think I'm doing a poor job on that. So,
well, something fun from childhood. Like, what was your favorite movie? Are you a Star Wars fan? Name all of them Star Wars people. Like,
love it.
Make your whole life. If you can't see, like, I love beautiful things. I have a big rose garden. I throw roses back there.
Love it.
I have an office back there I could go sit in, but I prefer to sit out here where I have nature and I can look out the windows, and makes me happier. Plus, I'm really close to my kitchen over there.
That's so good. I mean, I totally got to improve on that area. So what are some things that AI should not be responsible for? Like, we've been talking about many things that AI should be doing, like automation and whatnot. What do you think it should not be responsible for? And what are the things that are going to be more in demand when it comes to the human being involved?
Yeah, I mean, people are craving human connection. Last night, I went to a mixer here in Marin. And yeah, so creating those moments for human connection and bringing people together. And I really love that Jonathan Mast created that moment. And that's where John and I got to sit together during a lunch.
Great Mexican food, by the way.
Yeah,
it was Mexican food.
Yeah, puesta, I think it was. Yeah, it was. I loved how he did that, because I don't know, he had maybe 20 of us together, I think. Yeah. And it was all just pre-ordered. So we didn't even have to worry about that. We just got to go sit down, and the food just started to arrive, and we got to focus on the humans around us. and have good conversations and get to know each other. And yeah, it was perfectly done, Jonathan, if you get to see this later on.
Awesome. So let's talk a little bit about leadership. I'm a big proponent that if you're not growing as a leader, no one else is going to grow, right? And when it comes to AI, I think leadership plays a big part. Right now, when they're using the AI, do you think that their leadership is being affected because they're not, I don't know, they're focusing more on the AI strategy versus on being a better leader?
Yeah, I mean, I think one, we need to be like bringing our teams with us. I will say there are some companies or programs and other things that I've been a part of where I have less human interaction with that company now. And it's not as good to me because they have automated too much of it. So we need to be thinking about that. Right now, I mean, we have to keep up leveling ourselves. So
Totally.
myself, I buy programs not just for myself, but for my team. So I will buy a program that I'm absorbing and then have meetings with my team and have them review portions of it and go
Related to leadership, like self-development leadership, or more on the AI?
self-development. We need a lot of mindset right now. Like
Totally.
everybody, there's massive change that's happening and you need a growth mindset. And
Totally.
you need to be curious and you need to bring fun into the workplace too. And we need to help those that are scared, right? And, you know, I don't know if we've gotten this in here yet, but I'm here in the San Francisco Bay Area. There has been massive layoffs, right? So last
Yeah.
night at this mixer, there was a woman who's a therapist, and she's a therapist for Kaiser, but she's also a therapist for her own small private practice on the side. And she's dealing with a lot of people who are losing their jobs, losing their insurance, losing access to the therapist because of it. And my whole thing with AI is to not lose your humans. Try to bring them along with us. Try to up-level them. If they are going to truly fight back and refuse to use AI, then you might have to move on from them. If they're not going, it's just, and that's the other thing is AI is just like, did you eventually had to learn how to do Excel? Did you have to learn how to use high level?
Of course, exactly.
Right. You had to learn how to use high level. So AI is just another tool in our toolbox.
And it's just like the farmer. Like if you look at like in the 1930s, there were hundreds of farmers and then the tractor came, right? And now the farmer had to learn how to use a tractor, right? And there's less farmers, of course. And I believe that AI is going to open up doors for new roles too. Like we're looking for an AI coach right now. We're looking for an AI strategist, like an automation strategist. Yeah. So I think it's going to pretty much amplify those team members. Like before, we had a marketing assistant. Now my EA is the marketing assistant. So it's two roles in one. And
so you know what just happened in my team? We had automations people in my team. My social media manager can now do most of the automations. And I just gave her a pretty hefty raise, and she just brought in somebody to do some of her old tasks. And we've just up-leveled her because of the AI in our business.
And that's what that's where it's going. I think like a good tip that I can share here for those of you hearing is that you can literally do a brain dump, right? And do a brain dump on all the activities that you want to do in your business, all the functions, right? And then what you could do is, ask the AI, can you create a role from all this brain dump? Or can you create 3 different roles that match? And you can create your own role. Because I think nowadays, functions are more important than titles now, I believe.
Yeah.
Right? If someone can do more output, or you can create a couple AI agents to help you as well, right? Yeah. I mean, imagine an EA that has their own AI agent, you know, it's going to create more output, right?
Exactly. Yeah. And that's the thing is we're moving to that point where we're just kind of the puppeteers of these different AI agents, you know, and making sure that they're all functioning well.
So now we're just going to talk a little bit about personal growth like we did earlier. And so what habit, you know, has contributed most to your success, would you say?
Well, you know, we were talking about bridge earlier. So in bridge, it's a game. There are more bridge hands than there are stars in the universe. Seriously. So you could play for your whole lifetime and not get the same bridge hand again. And the language that we use in the game is constantly developing. So to even the top level players are constantly having to learn. Right now, all of us. So I'm constantly learning myself. I would say 20 to 30% of my week is spent on me learning new tools, new skill sets, and I want to surround myself with people like that as well and be in rooms like that. And then I spend quite a bit of time, you know, going to live events, right? And seeing what's there. And yeah.
All right. So we're almost done. We're going to now do lightning round questions, if you're okay with that.
Okay.
All right. I know it's old school, but I love to do these. So ready for this? All right. All right. So favorite business book?
Oh my God.
Rich Dad, Poor Dad? I'm just playing. I'm just giving you.
I did read it. Oh my gosh. Wow. You know, as a SaaS owner, I did go through Dan Martell's book.
That's a good one. Buy Back Your Time.
Yeah. So like I listen to a lot of audibles, and that's a funny little segment. Yeah. I actually, a couple of years ago, even though Amazon bought Audible, they reached out, and I guess I was one of the first 1,000 Audible people. I'm here in the Bay Area. I'm a tech person. I have all the tech. I've had Plod for a long time. Yeah, I love tech. Dale Carnegie books, and I worked in sales as an account manager on the wholesale end of the businesses. So I did a lot of sales books, but I always loved marketing. So, because marketing and sales are combined, right?
Totally. Yeah.
And the more you understand how to not just be into marketing, but drive sales with your marketing.
Totally. So favorite AI tool right now?
I mean, Claude's amazing. And I've loved GenSpark has been my superpower for the last year.
Okay. So one business trend people are ignoring.
A lot of people do not understand
personal branding, social media, or podcasting,
yes.
Right?
Yeah. All of this, right? It is the AEO signals to your business. You need to be comfortable with that.
Yep.
You need to, and people want human content. So yes, you can AIify things, but 50% of your content better be human. And the less produced it is,
totally.
People want real people that they can relate to. So figuring out who your ideal people are and relating to them. The best flow is to be yourself.
Yeah, I think that's what's happening is that people want it to be perfect. Like those people that are trying to record and trying to put themselves out there is be normal. Like I put, the other day, like Mother's Day, there was a photo that I put with me and my mom and literally got like 100 likes, 40 comments. And it was just a random photo on Facebook, right?
If you are creating business content, you need to show the humanity and who you are and the behind the scenes and not just be out there selling constantly in socials.
Totally.
That's not what people are on social media for. When they're interested in you, so 50% of your content has to be all about them and interesting to them and fun.
Yep.
Get your logos off of everything, right? When people are interested enough in you, they're going to go deeper and find out who you are. and start looking at that other content. And that's why you need to make that more what we consider middle of funnel content.
Yep.
Which the know, like, and trust. Why are you qualified to do what you do? What does the customer roadmap of working with you look like? What are the customer success stories and those kinds of things? And we need a lot of this type of content. They say 7 hours of content is needed now before people make their buying decisions. And it used to take 7 to 13 pieces of marketing maybe before somebody could buy from you. It's now approaching sometimes 50.
Yep, I heard that as well. And you do a great job when it comes to social media and putting yourself out there. So I think being yourself. I mean, we put up like content every day. Myself too, like 1 video per day. It's a non-negotiable. Yeah. And just being yourself. Like if it's either myself with Chase, which is a golden doodle. I'm not sure if you have a pet or a dog, but
yeah,
he's the star of the show sometimes, right? When I'm doing these videos.
Yeah.
And they watch my videos because of him sometimes. And you just got to be vulnerable.
Have to be on the video. Like I will, this morning. So like stories, that's the other thing, a big tip. They say you should be putting anywhere from 3 to 10 stories out. And the stories are not going to live on your grid. And just pick up the phone and it can be like 5-10 seconds. Hey, I'm in the middle of this and I'm doing this. And, like this morning, I was sitting there and I filmed laying in bed, watching my little agents do their thing. And I've got my little bird taps on my window to wake me up in the morning. Like I have this psycho bird. We've now called him Twat instead of Tweet because he's just, oh my God. And he's cute, but he just sits there and pecks at the window. My God. So
Tracey,
funny.
so last question. What does success mean to you today, right now? It's a loaded question.
Actually, what is success nowadays is when you can unplug from everything. Knowing that everything is running okay and I can walk away from it all. I know, like I can go to live events and I know that my clients are being taken care of. My team can run everything. I'm on top of everything to help and strategize and better and looking for the next things, but I don't have to be. Success is being able to go take a hike here in Marin and go in nature and be with my husband and my family and my kids. And yeah, that's success, right?
Love it. Love it. Yeah. We share a lot of same passions, which is great. So, well, it's been great. Where can people connect with you, learn more about what you're building?
Social media.
Right? I mean, you're posting every day, just like me, I think, or every other day. It seems like
no. Yeah,
every day.
I'm a Gary V fanatic across all of the social channels. Because remember, I'm my bridge content. Probably we put out anywhere between a slow day, 4 pieces of content to sometimes 10, 15 pieces of content.
Nice.
Per day across 5 different socials.
With stories, right? Included with stories? Is that like you're including stories? Okay.
Some, not as good with the stories on the bridge content. Yes, when it's me human, I'm better with the stories on my personal content. But I have Lens on Luxury Marketing, which is my digital marketing agency. I have Lens on Social AI. So I will put anything that's more just social media or AI focused over on that channel. So other people that didn't need, because I do a lot with doctors and like I have a HIPAA compliant marketing agency. If you don't need that stuff, you might want to only follow that. I think I told you I started a fun channel where I'm using.
Is this on Facebook, Tracey, or on
Instagram, Facebook? It's on all of it. Instagram, Facebook, TikTok, YouTube. I have YouTube channels for all of this stuff as well. No, I'm a believer. Push it to all of it. I have a Substack. Yeah. So, but Lens on Luxury is the name of my company. So if you look that up, look up my name. You'll probably see stuff. You probably will find some of the bridge content.
Yeah. I mean, for
Yeah.
us right now, the new thing now is I'm playing pickleball. So that's my thing right now.
Yeah,
So
pickleball, mahjong. I'm trying to bring bridge back. Yeah, and that's the thing is that's the hopes is 5 years from now, we will be working on the business stuff about 3 days a week, right?
okay.
And the rest of the time we will have time to pursue passions.
Totally.
And we, just like you want to go and work out at the gym, you also want the mind sports to be working your mind. Bridge players live longer than most other people
100%. Yeah, I can imagine. Yeah, if
because you're exercising your brain and you have things to look forward to. And there's a huge social net in
cool.
bridge as well. So yeah, I think there's going to be more people that are going to be picking up these hobbies as we move forward.
Great. Well, Tracey, it was fun having you. If you've got value from this conversation, make sure to subscribe, leave a review, and share it with someone else. Thank you so much.